Welcome to one of the most haunted hotels in all of the United States. This is the Queen Mary, and one of my most favorite places to visit. The ship was originally commissioned in 1929, so she's basically a floating museum. But what I really like is that the guy at the front counter looks like Lurch. Very fitting. We actually came here to look at different wedding venues, so we are going to be able to see certain parts of the ship that aren't usually shown to tourists. So I'm really excited to show you that. Stay tuned and I'll tell you which parts are usually reserved for people only looking for wedding venues. Fun fact, the Titanic was actually 237 feet shorter than the Queen Mary is now. Also, there have been over 49 deaths that have occurred on the Queen Mary itself. So that's a lot of ghosts. It was actually named one of the top 10 most haunted hotels in the US by Time magazine. So if you're not into that kind of thing, you might just want to buy a day pass and maybe not stay the night. They actually have little posters here and there you'll see that says there was a ghost sighting and what exactly happened. You can read the story. But also, particularly late at night when the people at the check-in counters don't really have anything else to do, they're happy to tell you all the stories that they know because a lot of them have been working there a long time and they've seen some stuff. So if you're up late at night, which I know you are because everyone goes ghost hunting on this ship, that's what you're there for, don't lie. Okay, you can talk to them and they'll give you some little tips and different stories that they know that they've heard and things that they've experienced. So that's a lot of fun too. Also, if you don't like walking, that's too bad because this hallway is kind of like The Shining and never ends. So keep that in mind. Let me go ahead and speed this up a little bit. There we go. Man, they must have given us like the very last room on the ship or something. But anyways, we're headed to our room right now and I'm going to show you around. Also, something to keep in mind. Again, the ship is super old, so if you're interested in something really fancy, okay, this is not the place for you. If you really love history, then you're gonna love this place. It's, a little bit run down. It's really old, so there's not new fixtures. Nothing's really updated. It's really old and it's really cool. And if you don't appreciate that thing, then this is not the place for you. But if you do, if you love history, if you love like old-timey things, man, this place is so cool. There's so much to see. I mean, in its heyday, this place has hosted the likes of Bob Hope, Fred Astaire, Elizabeth Taylor, Audrey Hepburn, Clark Gable. I mean, the list goes on and on. And that right there is the original heater and AC for the ship. Yes, that's right, and it's still in use. If you hadn't guessed it yet, it doesn't work that well. It was made in the 1920s, so their technology was a bit lacking. Now, there are a few restaurants on the ship. However, if you do need to grab a quick bite or coffee, that Starbucks right there is going to be your best friend. Just go ahead and grab your coffee, go out on the sun deck, and enjoy some of that California sun. You're here. Why not? Once you're done checking in and getting all cozy, you're going to want to explore. Duh, it's super cool and old, right? You can head on over to the Telecommunications Museum, the brig, captain's quarters, or if you're really, really brave, you can go ahead and challenge yourself to find the haunted pool that's abandoned somewhere deep, deep, deep in the Queen Mary. And it is thought that the pool is haunted by a very young child, and if you're lucky enough, you can see her ball moving all by itself in the pool. I don't know about lucky, but...
Watch the back, babe, watch the back. Make sure no ghosts get us from the rear. Okay, you go first,
So now we're at our first secret stop underneath the veranda grill. This is one of the places you can have a wedding. Normal people are not allowed in this room, and actually while we were here, she kicked somebody out who had followed us in with the camera. Obviously, the coolest part of this room is the art. The mural depicts different circus acts, and the light is some sort of a person blowing into the stars or something. I don't know, but it's cool. The mural is, perhaps a little bit dicey. And this is the Royal Wedding Chapel, which you also cannot see on a normal tour. And now to my favorite secret room and what once was the men's lounge or cigar room. The views of the city of Long Beach at night from the Queen Mary are spectacular. And as I mentioned before, there are a few restaurants, and tonight we've decided to go to Sir Winston's, which happens to be a very fine dining establishment. It is quite fancy, and also just know that you have to be wearing the proper attire or they will turn you away. Better start saving now, because although the food is really delicious, this is definitely not the cheapest dinner you have ever had. Once you're done with dinner, go ahead and grab yourself a nice drink, and you guessed it, head outside to do some more exploring. However, at night, albeit beautiful, it is a little bit more creepy. This is also a really good opportunity to go on a ghost tour. They have them until, I believe, 2 in the morning. I believe that on this tour they will take you to see the pool, but I do know for a fact that you can go into the boiler room, which is also extremely creepy. For breakfast, we elected to go ahead and go with the more casual dining experience, which is the Chelsea Chowder House. They offer a nice breakfast buffet, and in case you're wondering, I got the bagel and lox. If there's a place that you really love to travel to and you think I should go to, please drop it in the comments below. I'm always looking for new and exciting places to explore. Hey guys, thank you for watching. Please give it a like down below and subscribe to my channel for weekly fun travel adventures.